right, everybody. Welcome to the Revolution Gaming Podcast for January 2023. Man, a new year and the same old shit.
Yep, Happy New Year, folks.
yeah, Happy New Year.
New Year. Merry Christmas.
Welcome to the apocalypse. I hope everyone had a great holiday, all jokes aside. Okay, so this month, all we have is me, we have Ray, and we have
Hey.
James here. And
Hello.
it's probably going to be a much shorter podcast than normal, but we are still going to do our best to entertain you and give you the information that you need. All right, what is the joke games that we have for this month? I'll let Ray go first because I know he's got the most.
Well, since you mentioned, the information that they all need, this is the section that everybody, of course, is most interested in. Let's look at Kill Pill.
Pill. Love it.
All right, sure. By BLJ. Okay.
All you need to do is kill pills.
What in the world?
I don't know what you expected.
I mean, at least some samurai swords or something.
Yeah, I was a little disappointed there wasn't any of that.
Maybe they'll save that for Kill. They'll save that for Kill Pill too.
Yeah, good point.
Apocalypse.
They have a lot of potential here with that title,
Yeah,
They
there's
certainly
so many
do.
ways they could go with that.
right?
Kill Quill. Like they could just keep going down the alphabet. Kill Sill.
Listen, from the series that I
Kill
see on
Pill.
Steam and
Kill
like
Pill.
how they'll release like 8 titles a
Kill
month,
Pill.
not that unlikely.
Kill. Just kill.
You might get sued for that. It's pretty close to Kill La Kill.
Yeah, I know, right?
Also, I mean, Kill Pill is close to Kill Bill.
That's I think that's the joke.
Yeah, that's.
Okay, so next one we're gonna go over is James's and La Das du Pueblo Mythic Football.
Yeah, it's Lendas
Yeah,
Payball.
Yeah, Payball.
Mythic Football. I mean, this just reminds me. I was talking to Ray while you were off screen. Also, I love the goal. Goal has like 6 O's. But I played a game called Slime Football way back in the day,
Yeah.
and this very much reminds me of Slime Football, and also just like the very random like mythic Aztec gods standing behind watching you. Like,
You better
I
not.
wonder if it's inspired by El Dorado.
Yeah, basically.
Tell you. Tell
I
you
just saw
what.
this and I couldn't help laughing like so hard. It's like,
All
look
right.
how terrible it looks.
I figured out the Mermitch review game for next month.
Oh no, Tim, I found a game for Mermage. It's fine. We'll
Okay,
get to that
cool.
a little later.
Yeah, I DM'd him and told him there will be a punishment game for him not being here this month. All right, so mine is Office Mayhem because Ray brought it up and it looks too good to not show off.
It literally just screamed Tim when I saw it. I was like, no, Tim must know about this.
Grind harder.
Office Mayhem.
What is this
So
about?
great.
Because you're a disrespectful man.
I love also how the pictures on the right in like the logo don't represent the gameplay at all.
Of course not.
It's just zero. They haven't even tried to like Photoshop the face on or anything. Just nada.
I think I want to play this now.
I knew you would.
I,
I will show you tough.
I love the voice acting though. It's top tier.
My name is Matthew Jarvis.
Oh my god.
My name is Matthew
I have
Jarvis.
grown quite tired of my mind-numbing.
That's not even how you spell numbing either.
That's a good point. I didn't even notice.
N-U-M-B.
Mr. Grumble the boss.
Kingo. himself.
I'm now gonna pursue my passion, which is selling steroids.
Selling-
to
oh
young
my
men
God.
with short dicks.
I love that they already have short dicks before like he even sells them the steroids.
But first,
That's
I
the quality
promised myself
edition right
that I
there.
would burn this hellhole to the ground.
So great.
I am so proud.
This game was made for you, wasn't it? Tim, did you secretly like hire this company to make this game?
Supreme Gauntlet Games.
And then hope one of us found it.
Yes.
He's like, yes, I'll take this
Dude, what
game,
the
which
fuck
is
are you
mine.
Oh yeah, and the bathroom. I mean, come on. Bathroom's where everybody's gonna hide.
I'm tearing down this shithole to the ground.
Dude, I think I could do better voice acting. That's pretty sad. Hey guys, I'm gonna burn this to the ground.
Oh shit, oh shit. Okay, everybody stay calm. Stay fucking calm.
Alright, you know what? Totally. Game of the Year 2023. I'm calling it now. Office Mayhem.
Any
Please, man,
AAA
I got
game that
rights.
cannot
They're
beat
not
this for like the year.
Yeah, the entire year. It's like the lowest bar. Like,
This is the minimum bar AAA gaming needs to beat right here.
Get on, bitch.
Listen,
It
you
needs
guys,
It needs to function on release and be better than this.
you guys thought we needed Hogwarts Legacy.
yeah.
No, we needed Office Mayhem.
There is no mercy.
Well, you can play that, and I'll play Hogwarts Legacy, and we can decide who has a better time.
Metacritic
I don't know
will
if that's
decide.
gonna be much of a contest.
Yeah, I like even with Hogwarts Legacy, I think he's still gonna have a better time.
Fuck all night, by God, you can't fuck all night.
The last line's the best. If you can't fuck all night, then you can't fuck all night. All right, we have started off with a bang.
I was gonna say it's,
With
it's
small
sad that you've,
penises.
shown this already because I don't think any of my other joke games can top this.
Oh, I'm sorry.
See, I'm one and done, so it's now up to you guys to just
Too many steroids.
measure it
Uh,
out.
it's okay though. We can look at Carlos the Taco.
Ah, it's right at the top too.
Yeah,
I
this
was,
is probably another one of those joke games where it's like it's a joke in that it looks funny, but it's probably actually a decent game.
I wonder if it gives you gas.
Only if beans are involved.
It's probably one of the superpowers. Oh, they took his woman. You better go get him, Carlos.
Are you gonna tackle that shit?
Good attempt. Good
Yeah.
attempt. Not bad. There's not much you can do with that, but you did pretty well for that.
Oh my god. That is great.
It's apparently one of his superpowers is being able to turn into a rooster.
Well, he's definitely cocky. Ah, I tried, sorry.
Okay.
I tried, come on.
He's just naked as well, Carlos.
He has a sombrero. What are you talking about?
Yeah,
And
okay.
he had socks on, too.
Almost naked.
Yeah, almost naked. Alright, so what's your last one, Ray?
Last one is Aliens After Ava, because I found Ava's game.
I'm gonna have to tag her in this. It's gonna be
Oh
great.
yes. You tell her she doesn't even have to watch the whole thing. It's right at the beginning.
Yeah.
It even has a demo.
Now I'm gonna make her watch the whole thing, but tell her it's at the end. Gotta get those viewership numbers up.
This one also doesn't look like it'd be that bad of a game.
No, it doesn't. It's just a matter if the art style puts you off or not. But for me personally,
Right,
it doesn't
pretty
do
much.
that. It's like not all of us need ultra realistic graphics.
What, you don't think this looks realistic?
I mean, it does. It's
How
top tier.
dare you?
Top tier.
Yeah, you not say this doesn't look realistic.
Top tier. Top tier.
This guy.
It does look like the developers.
As a
put
demo,
work into it.
so Ava,
It has a demo.
it has a demo. So Ava, you don't have an excuse. You better play Aliens After Ava. All right. So let's talk about the games that we've been playing over the last month. Honest to goodness, I haven't played jack shit. So I've got 2 to talk about that I played in late November, and I'm gonna let one of these fine gentlemen go first. So I will pick James because no one will actually go when I say something.
I played a new game, which actually came from this very podcast.
Okay.
I might add.
Oh.
The Pen Test.
Ah,
So-
yes.
This was one
was
that I
that?
blatantly stole off someone else, and I do not remember who made this suggestion, but I blatantly stole this. This was so good.
Really?
Like, oh my god, it's actually amazing. I need to finish it. I'm like halfway, and it's actually puzzling as fuck as well. Like this is the kind of thing that genuinely leaves you stumped until you go away and come back like half an hour later. You're like, oh, it was this. Oh yeah, shit. Like it's so good, and they already released a few patches because a few things were like hella janky that didn't work extremely well, or like had issues. So they've already like patched a bunch of things. Yeah, like it's actually like so good because you've got a gun and then you get like different abilities with it. Like it's like the portal gun, but you can't make portals, but you can change the gravity of the whole room or an individual box, or you can change like the gravity of a box and then change the gravity of a room so the box like flies the other way to where the room is to sit on a target or something, like like a pressure pad. Like it's genuinely amazing. Like it's so good. Props to like the 3 brothers or whatever that worked on it. The fact that it's free is outrageous. Like the fact that I've played this game, I easily would have paid like $5 or $10 to play this game. And I've only played like half an hour or something. Like it's great.
Awesome.
Go
Awesome.
play it. It's actually fantastic.
All right.
If I remember correctly, I believe it was Murmich and Tim. I believe you both brought this up and added it to my list. So yeah, that's a good find then.
We find them once in a while. It's called the Diamonds in the Rough.
And if you like this, there might be something coming up that's kind of like it in the games coming out this month. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
All right. So Ray, you are up next.
All right. I also only played 2 things this month, more or less. From last month, we had The Block, which Tim provided me a key for.
All right. What did you think?
I think it's most important to talk about this in context. It is a $3 game. This is very low budget. And it doesn't really have any goals to it. It is like kind of a creative sandbox game. You get a grid, and you get to place decorations kind of on that grid next to each other, and you just make whatever you want. There's no goal. You fill out the grid, and then it gives you a nice slow rotation of the grid. The art is pretty pixelated, and it's got a very interesting like shader to it. Like as you move, like rotate stuff, it some of the pixels don't like stay the same. It gives it a very interesting aesthetic to it. But all of the little scenes you can make tend to look pretty cool. But yeah, it's simple. Just kind of a little time waster. If you like that, then hey, $3. It's probably worth that much. Definitely.
All right. I'm not gonna ask you for a review on a free or a $3 game, so don't worry about that.
Oh, I mean, give it a 5, sure.
There you go. All right, I'm gonna gush over a game for a few minutes. I hope you guys can
Got it.
handle that.
Padding. Got it.
All right, Chained Echoes, which I mentioned as one of my favorite games of the year, which I couldn't talk about before because it was still under NDA. Now I can talk about it. This game was fucking awesome. For somebody like me who grew up with Chrono Trigger, Secret of Mana, Final Fantasy VI, Final Fantasy VII, that whole game. This was made by one guy who spent 7 years making this game. And my god, he made an incredible homage to the JRPGs of my childhood. There is many characters, many different timelines, incredible powers, mechs, hooray. And I would have to say that along with a lot of other people that agree with me when it comes to this, it was definitely the best JRPG of the whole entire year. Even over Star Ocean, over Valkyrie, what is it? Valkyrie Elysium, over all those things, all those games. This is definitely the best. I can't recommend it enough. I really love the charm. The characters are all like very well written. They're all definitely their own personality. They all have their own distinct abilities. None of the characters feel like a copy of the last. And like I said, there's many characters that you can make decisions to keep or leave in your take out of your party throughout this game. And it is very, very, very fun. So yeah, I can't give it a high enough praise. It is a 10 out of 10, no lie, because I love the type of game it is, which already gives it props. But it is like a masterclass of how you take an old idea, add a few twists to the general mechanics of that era, and then make something completely new and wonderful. So, yes, Chained Echoes is incredible. Please go play it. It's either $21, no, $25 on Steam, or it's available on Xbox Game Pass right now. So
awesome.
Yeah.
You can see a huge attention to detail in a lot of it too. Like I noticed that entering combat didn't like change the screen at all. It just positioned the sprites differently on the same screen that you're already in, and that's a nice touch.
Yes. So yeah, okay. You're back to you, James.
Yeah, so I went a little old school with the games that I played this month.
Okay.
Pentest was the only new one. I proceeded to play 5 other games this month, so I'm going to run through them one time. We're going to go with oldest to newest.
Okay.
That's good.
The oldest is not one you will find on Steam. I played the very first Harry Potter on PC again.
Okay. Tell us how your experience is in 2023 with that. Well, 2022 for you at that point.
True.
Firstly, oh my god. You need to do some work to make it playable, because the only resolution option, the default resolution is 640, which hurts the eyes. The max you can get to in the game is 1024. So I had to up it to 1900 in like the init files or the inti files to actually make it usable. You know what? It's not terrible. I've heard reports that the Chamber of Secrets is a lot better. Like it comes a lot better. But yeah, Harry Potter 1 is it's pretty janky. You want to slow down mouse movement, because otherwise when you aim, you like just fly all over the place. But then when I don't know if you remember back that far, but when you're learning the spells, you have to trace the figure. But if you make your mouse movement too slow, you can't trace the figure. So you have to do a careful balancing act, or just pause the game really quickly and then up the mouse sensitivity again. But no, it's fun. It's nostalgic. It's yeah. We'll see how many of the 8 games that I get through before Hogwarts Legacy comes out in about 36 days or whatever. But yeah, hopefully we can finish number 1.
All right.
The only problem is that when it came out, things like Alt-Tab were not a big thing. So you can't Alt-Tab, you can't print screen, you can't like screen cap, you can't like really do anything apart from play this game, and it's not a game that you can just save automatically. You had to run to each save point, which does make some puzzles extremely frustrating when you miss a jump, fall into the abyss, and have to do not only the whole puzzle, but like the lead up before that as well.
Ouch.
Yeah. So that's happened a few times, that It makes you slow down, honestly.
Welcome
That's,
to
no,
old
it's
school
fun.
gaming.
I was gonna say old school gaming at its finest.
Yeah. It's no, it is fun, but yeah, it's definitely it's an experience.
Well, there you go. All right. So Ray, you're talking about Generation Zero now. Is that...
Yep.
Okay.
Since I can't remember if I've talked about it before, but when I last talked about it, it would have been just the very early impressions, but I have had a chance to play through almost the entire main story now.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been having a lot of fun because it is just a fun open world to kind of run around and shoot machines in. But it is still quite a buggy game. It is really sad to see in like a game that's been out this long that there's a lot of, well, less than bugs. There's like holes in the map you can find occasionally, which I've heard they are constantly trying to work on. But like I even found a sink that didn't actually exist because I could just walk right through it. So there's geometry in one of the bunkers that is like pulled across, like there's a vertice that's pulled across the room, and if you try and walk into it, it just shoves you outside the bunker through the wall if you're not careful.
Wow.
And apparently they, from their most recent patch, they also bugged out one of the main quests, and it can't be completed, leaving you in the game world with explosions like off in the distance. Which is definitely soured the experience a bit. I would really love to see this game bug free. I don't know how long it will take them to do that, but it would be so much better without the bugs.
I think the problem with... Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Well, I really enjoy it. It would be such a fun game to run through with, especially a lot of people. Like you can play up to 4 players, and they have skill trees, so you can all kind of play different classes, and I could see that being a lot of fun. But it is kind of a Skyrim experience to some degree. There are bugs, there are humorous and hilarious ragdolls, which is a plus, I think, rather than a demerit.
Yeah. What I was gonna say is, isn't this the same people that was making that dinosaur game?
Dinosaur game?
Yeah, let's see if I can find it. Ravenbound. Yeah, Second Extinction.
Oh, Second Extinction. Oh, I didn't realize.
That's the same developer. So they're working on 3 games at the same time.
Yeah.
I feel like
I think part of it is also the unfortunate timing of the last update. They kind of pumped it out, and then holidays hit, so I think their offices are currently on vacation.
I think this game's dead.
Is it really?
I
mean, it's in the winter sale apparently.
I don't mean to go on a tangent here, but I think it's dead. Oh, full launch coming. Yeah, okay, so they delayed the full launch. Wow.
It's dead, Jim.
Yeah, like they were supposed to come out in November, and then they didn't release an update about the release date until like the end of November. It now said it's coming out sometime in 2023. Like this
sounds like the studio might be just a little stretched thin at the moment.
I really think that they have their hand in too many pots at the moment.
Right,
yeah. Like they really should have fixed this game first and then made Second Extinction, and let alone going to another title after that. Like, because I know this is a like a secondary studio for what's the main studio that this was under at one point? The ones that make well, I can't think of it right now. But basically, it's a AA studio that's underneath the umbrella of another studio. So I can't see that having enough personnel to handle all these projects. But well, whatever. If you're having fun with the game, that's the only part that really matters.
Yeah, I've heard. I believe their next update is planned for scheduled for February, so it's gonna be a while. And that I think that's another indication that maybe their studios and resources are stretched a little thin at the moment, along with the holiday vacations and stuff.
Yeah, like because when
But
this
it's sad because I can feel like they really want to put out a good game, and it has a great foundation. But like it was an ambitious, I guess, map that they. I guess maybe it's that they have an issue with playtesting, because it seems like there's a lot of issues that are getting out uh, ahead of the well, on in patches when they maybe should have been caught a little earlier.
Yeah, definitely. And to answer the question from earlier, because I didn't want to end that on a brain fart, it's under Avalanche Studios.
Avalanche, yes.
Oh, isn't Avalanche doing Hogwarts Legacy?
Yeah, they're working on part of it. Yeah, along with
Yeah.
Warner Brothers. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like Avalanche is the big, the big central studio, and this is a offshoot of Avalanche. All right.
Yeah, Avalanche also did Just Cause, of course.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep. Under Square Enix. But yeah,
And Rage too.
yeah, just that didn't turn out too well. But no, like I said, if they ever get it fixed up, I'd play it with you. I've owned the game for forever, I feel like. And they've had it on sale so many times that it wouldn't be that hard to find people to play with.
I think one of the other real downsides though is that it doesn't have crossplay. Yeah.
And it's
like-
sitting there on Game Pass, and it probably should.
It has cross pass, so like Game Pass can play with Xbox, but Xbox and Game Pass can't play with Steam, and that's such a wasted opportunity. Like I feel like that would be a real boon to the title. Like maybe if they fix a bunch of the bugs and map issues, considering that might revitalize it to some degree.
Oh, totally. I mean, think of the amount of people that have Game Pass. I mean, that would be a huge boost to the game. All right. So my next game, my last game, is Wavetale. This is another one I couldn't talk about.
Yeah. I remember us looking at this. Yeah, this
Okay.
looks so good.
Okay, so this game is a lot of fun. It has a lot of heart, but it's not going to be for everybody, right? This is how do I say, like a puzzle platformer with a lot of fetch quests built into it, but like the movement mechanics and the platforming are what is the star of the show for this game, right? Like you can literally surf on water and do amazing tricks, because I'm not going to say spoilers, but there's a reason why you can. But yeah, it's basically just like going through a giant amusement park built on top of water at certain points. Between the mechanics of being able to like quickly go on top of the water, like almost like a skateboard, and using the grappling hook to go between areas, it is extremely fun just to traverse, let alone anything else. It's an amazing game, which I wish it would have gotten more traction, but unfortunately this was one of those games that was originally supposed to come to Stadia, and then they had to do an about face when the announcement happened. And by that point, they didn't have enough time to really properly promote the game. Yeah, promote the game coming to Steam. So it's one of those games that will always be very good to me, but I feel like the studio will never recomp their money or get the notoriety they deserve for this because of the fact that Stadia closed and shifted their whole plans last minute. But it's a solid 8 for me. Like, sure, it's got a lot of like go here, grab this, but the point is it's so fun to go from here to there that it doesn't bother me that that's one of the main mechanics of the game.
When your platformer has good movement mechanics that are enjoyable, like that's really all you to keep the platformer afloat.
Indeed. All right, so now James, you get to go until you're all done.
Cool. The next game that I've been playing is Assassin's Creed Origins. I picked this up for like 12 euros in the Steam sale. It's still 12 euros in the Steam sale. The deluxe edition is 14 euros, and the gold edition is 18 euros. But I picked up the normal edition, and it is fantastic. It is. Oh my god! It's now 6 years old. It's like 5 and a bit years old. But yes, it's not even the latest one. It's not even the not latest one. It's the not latest one. There was Origins, and there was Odyssey, and then there's been Valhalla, and now Mirage is coming out, I think, this year.
Yeah.
But man, this is a really solid game. I looked at the 3 because they're all on sale, the 3 latest ones. And I haven't played an Assassin's Creed or Assassin's Creed since like Assassin's Creed Brotherhood.
Well, that's a
Like
while,
the third?
yeah.
The 3rd Assassin's Creed, and Origins is the 10th Assassin's Creed. So it has been a hot minute, but damn, it's a real good game. I've already played 30 hours. Yeah, I highly recommend to everyone to go play this game. It's also only 12 euros, which is a stunningly low amount of money when it's usually 60 euros. And yeah, it is 110% worth 12 euros, or whatever that needs to be in your local currency.
Yeah, and fun fact, this is the first game in the series that went to the new RPG formula that went through
Yes.
Odyssey and Valhalla afterward.
Yes, because that was very confusing to me. As someone who had not played one in freaking ages, I was like, I am so confused by the fact it's not linear. Is there even like what do you call it? The thing that you climb in and out of?
Oh, the Artemis?
Oh, right. The
Animus.
Yeah, sorry.
There is. So yeah, it's really good. I really enjoyed it.
That's
12
great.
euros.
All right, what else? What else you got?
Jedi Fallen Order.
That is one I think me and Ray have both finished, right?
correct.
Yes.
Yes, it is also on sale, because the new one is coming out this year.
Woohoo.
Yes, it is fantastic. I completed it on Xbox ages ago, with 100% of all achievements. And then I got it on PC a little while ago when it was also on sale, the deluxe edition. And I completed it 100% again, because it is a utterly fantastic game. And I completed it 100% on like normal, because I couldn't be bothered playing like legendary difficulty. And it's just real good, and it's cheap, and it's fantastic. And I've pre-ordered the deluxe edition of number 2 as a Christmas present to myself, and I am superbly excited.
That's awesome.
And rightly so.
Yes.
We're all
And
quite
that's-
hopeful.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh my god, I'm so hopeful for this.
All right.
And that's me. That's what I've been playing.
Okay. Awesome. All right. Well, I'm glad you enjoyed that stuff. The winter sale's been, I really haven't bought anything personally, but
Right.
I definitely I got my son a Steam gift card, and he went out and we went looked through everything together, and we found him some really good deals. I mean, there's some crazy deals right now, especially since Fallen Order was like $5. I mean,
Yeah.
Fallen Order is great. Also, one of the only games that I will actually play with a controller.
yeah.
Ah.
See, my son got Sonic Frontiers, so I'm very interested to see if that's actually any good or not. Because I refuse to spend $40 to find out. So like, if it drops down to like 20, maybe I'll buy it. But I'm gonna just watch him play it for now.
Well, from what I've heard, its soundtrack at least is fantastic.
Which game? Sorry, did you say?
Sonic
Sonic
Frontiers.
Oh,
The new one?
Yeah, I've heard it's good. I'm also not buying it.
Exactly. Not the price it's at right now. Jesus, no. All right. So here's the simple topic that we're doing for this month. It's nothing too elaborate. It's like, what is your gaming resolution for the next year? Like, do you have something that you normally do that you want to change? Do you want to like start becoming more of a completionist with the titles that you play? Do you feel like you're gonna tackle that backlog, or are you just gonna try and get a lot more games than you have prior? Like, what is the thing that you want to change about your gaming habits going into next year, if anything?
You want me to go first?
Sure.
Finish games. I am so bad.
Hey, don't take my idea.
I am so bad at finishing literally anything. So I'm looking forward this year to finishing a game. That would be real good. Just
Finishing a game, just one.
no, yeah. I mean, I thankfully finished one, which was. Oh, I haven't even finished one this year. Technically, I finished a couple last year. I finished Cyberpunk. Actually, that was the only other game I played that I forgot to.
Mm-hmm.
I finished Cyberpunk. So that's done. But yeah, I'm shit at finishing games. So I'm looking forward to finishing Hogwarts Legacy, to finishing Jedi Survivor, and depending on what time of the year it comes out, probably later, maybe finishing Starfield. If it's this year, and if it's not, then yeah. But
We still got that on the horizon, don't we?
Yeah, it was supposed to be last year, but it's now this year, and we don't know anything about it because we've literally heard nada.
Which
So,
probably isn't a bad thing.
yeah, no, I'm kind of excited that I've heard nothing, especially seeing as I got like Hogwarts Legacy coming out next month, Jedi Survivor coming out the month after.
Mm-hmm.
I'm kind of okay.
Yeah,
The fact that I haven't
exactly.
heard anything. So,
How about you, Ray?
I mean, not to be boring, but that's kind of the same thought process I'm having. Is like I need to finish games. There's a lot of games that I've played. There's a lot of games that I've played almost till the end, and then something new comes out, so I get distracted, and then I never go back to it. Like Tim, you mentioned Scarlet Nexus. I technically haven't finished Scarlet Nexus. I need to go back and finish the. I was almost done with one of the stories.
Tisk. If
Cyberpunk, I haven't finished. There's so many games I have to go back.
yeah,
to.
so Cyberpunk, just do what I did. Like, at some point, just agree that you're never going to finish every single side quest and just actually finish the main story. That's what I did. I realized at some point that I was never going to do every single side quest.
Oh, ye of little faith, James.
yeah,
Ye of little faith.
Silver
There's
told
like
me
a million side quests.
Silver told me he did every side quest and it took him almost 70 hours.
Yeah.
See, yeah, 70 hours is a lot. Don't worry, I'm not gonna like put you down for that. How dare you not spend 70 hours on one playthrough?
Look,
I
I
played
did enough.
70 hours of Generation Zero in the last 2 weeks, so.
I did enough to at least get an alternate ending in
Oh, good.
like I had the option for an alternate ending.
Oh,
And that was
interesting.
fine by me.
Well, that's awesome. Now you're set up for the expansion.
Oh god.
No, that's one of those things where I wait and see because I'd love to play more of like in that universe, but I'll just make sure it's good first. I'm not gonna
Make sure it's not a buggy mess and
Yeah,
pump out too
exactly.
early. Main game.
if they
Who would
put
do
it
that?
if they put it out and everybody's like, hey, it runs good and it's good, then I'll buy it. But if not, then fuck them. I don't care. I have plenty of other things I can play.
Yep.
All right, so for me, I would say the same, but you know, honestly, I think there's one more important thing, right, for me.
Mhm.
I need to stop accepting so many games. Like,
That's
Yeah,
probably a
I
good first step to the second one.
yeah,
you know,
because
like,
because last year I only bought 3 games,
wow.
but
Wow.
I acquired 238. So
Yes. That Steam year-end thing really is an eye-opener, isn't it?
yeah, so like because of the fact I was doing promotions for games all the time, I literally pumped out almost a game a week. Like it got pretty close there for a while until I decided to
Mhm.
slow down. But yeah, I think for me, like I want to be able to play more than like an hour or something. But
A lot of games were like, this is great, 1 hour.
yeah, but I'm saying like I some games you can do that, right? Some
Mhm.
games you can play an hour and understand if it's good or not. But I think the problem is like I got so addicted to like the idea of trying out all this new stuff that I eventually just lost grasp of like what it actually takes to figure out if a game truly is good or not, right? Like I can
Yeah,
figure
you're
out if
like, this is my 10 minutes and this seems good, and then never play it again.
yeah, like I would you can tell if the mechanics are good, if it's buggy, or if it's anything else from your small amount of time. But I'd like to take like a quarter of the games, and actually play, let's say, 2 hours of each one, right? At least, and go
Mhm.
into depth with these games because a lot of indie games, 2 hours you're halfway through. I mean, to be real, like in indie
Depending on the
games, they're
game, yeah.
yeah, they're usually shorter experiences. So I'd like to, take like a quarter or even less of the actual new games and just play way more of the ones that I do get because there's so many things that I truly enjoyed that just kind of got meshed together with everything because I was just playing like I gotta play this for content, so I was like play and play and play and play and play, and I just play so much shit. Then when it came to the end of the year and I have to come up with what my favorite games are, I'm like, I played a bajillion fucking games. How am I going to remember which ones were good or not? And it took me so much
Mhm.
effort to just go back and find the games that I actually wanted to even talk about again. You know, in one game, I completely forgot to put on my list for the top 5, and I felt like such a
Mhm.
dick about it. Like Ollie Ollie World was a
Ah,
fantastic
yeah.
game that I had so much fun with. Completely forgot to put on my list because I played way too much. So like I said, I want to play more of each game and a lot less new ones. So hopefully I can do
Tim's
that.
resolution: play more of games, play less games.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
play more of less.
Yeah, like I don't mind doing promotions for indie games, but like I can't promote everything. I can't cover
Not
everything.
alone.
Yeah, exactly. Um
One man can only do so much.
okay, and last question of the topics is pretty simple. Like, what do you want to see change in gaming in the next year? What would be like the one trend that is currently going that
Where do we start?
you love to just see
Where do we
go?
begin?
Only just pick one. Like pick one that's your top one that you hate, right?
I'm gonna take what's on everybody's mind right here and just say, can we stop pumping out games before they're done?
That's a good one.
Mm.
Can we just take another month, another 2 months, another year, and actually finish your games on time? Like, I don't care if they're late. The entire audience doesn't care if they're late. The entire audience doesn't care if they're in time for Christmas so they can buy them for themselves or their kids or their friends. Pump out a finished game. We don't want a buggy mess that you promise is going to be better in 2 months, in 3 months, in 2 years.
Yeah, I agree.
If you're gonna do early access, do early access. We'll bring the AAA's titles down to where the indie studios have to struggle. You go release it on early access, and then we won't complain as much about it.
Yeah,
You can't give
that's-
us a finished product that isn't finished anymore. That's not gonna fly for much longer.
Yeah, I agree.
I really hope.
I really hope. I hope.
All right, how about you, James?
um, man, what do I want to see more of?
I took the easy one. I'm sorry.
Yeah, damn. I want to see. Jeez. All right, I got one. I want to see more female protagonists done well. Like, don't give me like.
I'm glad you added that
represent-
caveat.
Yeah. Like, don't give me like just shit. Just don't be like, oh my god, we have diversity. Like, we gave you a female protag. Like, give me good female protags. Like, Don't give me shit. Like,
Oh man, does that go into the next fucking segment real well?
Oh man, right? That'll be good. I do
just-
like that. Write a good character before you write a female character, you know? Like,
Yeah.
start with a good character and then make them fit whatever diversity goals you want achieved.
Yeah. Please.
All right, mine's gonna be pretty simple, right? I feel
Alright.
like the only games that should have a battle pass are free to play games. Stop putting
Yeah.
battle passes or anything like that in a game that you've already paid money for.
Yeah.
If a game is 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 dollars, it should not have a fucking
more.
battle pass. If a game is free to play and that's the way they're going to monetize it, sure. But if you're releasing a game for $40 and you're going to release 4 seasons of battle passes, forget it. I'm not buying your game anymore. There's no reason to do that. I don't care. Cosmetics are not something that have to be sold. Or in the Callisto Protocol's case, death animations should not be something that you spend time working on afterwards and then sell it as a season pass item.
Ugh.
Ew.
Yeah.
That's like Callisto Protocol is literally what set me off about that topic in
Yeah,
general.
that's fair.
Like
that's
they're
fair.
like, "Oh, we're going to give you more death animations in a season pass." What? So you have to pay a $20 season pass for more death animations for your character. Why?
Yeah.
Like I said.
Not to mention, is like, wait, do you want to see death animations for the character? Isn't the goal to survive, not die?
I know.
Like, that seems counterintuitive to me.
But I'm just saying, like for like
Yeah,
the
it's
game's okay. The people that bought that battle pass are fucked anyway because the game came out. It's one, it had micro stutters up the ass. Two, it has so many broken mechanics in the game because the game relies on melee attacks, and the melee attacks don't do shit. And basically, it's a whole lot of like rock paper scissors as you just dodge back and forth and swing your bat a couple times to kill enemies.
Mhm.
And so by the time they actually get the game fixed, they can take the resources to make the battle pass. It's gonna be like mid 2023. So, like I said, if your game's not free, you don't need a battle pass, and
You
especially
can't monetize a battle pass, let's say, because
Yeah.
there are games that you do pay for that have free battle passes,
That's
which
fine.
are just kind of incentives to keep playing the game,
that's
which
fine.
makes sense.
Like Deep
Don't
Rock
ask for money.
Galactic, I know. Like
Yeah,
Deep Rock
Rock's a
Galactic,
good example.
yeah. But like, I'm just talking about like Marvel Avengers and a lot of games like that where they're like, oh, the game's
Anvil,
full, yeah,
unfortunately.
full price, and we're like, we want you to buy a battle pass. Anvil's shooting itself in the foot. That game's too small to be trying to rip off its small player
Well,
base.
fortunately, they're still not doing the paid battle pass for now until they're done putting content in it, I guess. But that's
Yippee.
also in and of itself unfortunate because it's like, wait, we already paid for the game, and
Yeah,
like
I said,
rocky ground.
that's why I said if it ain't free to play, then it shouldn't have a paid battle pass. That's it. All right. So
That's
let's go to the last segment, which is when we look at the games we're looking forward to over the next month.
Yeah, baby. That's what
Uh,
we've been waiting for.
All right, so I know I have the longest list, but it actually isn't that long this time. I promise. It's not like 800 fucking
He
games.
says every time.
No, I went through it with Ray. Ray took some of them too.
Yeah, take a couple of.
Okay, so I'm gonna do like
I think I added one on technically, though I don't know if
I didn't add
put
it.
on his list.
I
Oh,
didn't
okay.
add it. I saved people from that. But I'm definitely gonna actually check out the game though. So my first one, I'm gonna do 2 until we like even out, and then we'll finish.
Okay.
So first one, Scrap Riders. Scrap Riders is where you play as a outlaw biker game, the Scrap Riders, but it's also a beat 'em up game in a cyberpunk universe with pixel art. So like
It's like got all of Tim's checkboxes. The only thing it's missing is like card game mechanics.
Yeah.
It would be the perfect game for Tim.
I want it all.
I just thought it was cool looking. I like the fact that it's a little beat 'em up game, and it has like, it's a point and click beat 'em up game, which is very rare to see.
Oh yes.
So, I thought it was cool, and it had a demo that I already tried out. It's actually really fun. Sometimes
Yeah,
you
when
need.
there's a demo, no excuse.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
But for me, like, it adds point and click stuff, and then it goes into beat 'em up sections. So at least you're not like trying to play it like a point and click game in the beat 'em up section. And like the core gameplay loop is really fun. Like you're just out there getting scrap and upgrading your ride. Like, And I feel like if the game is priced under $20, it'll totally be worth it for a lot of people. I don't know how much it's gonna have in the game, but the demo was long enough for me to be like, all right, it's not gonna be a ripoff regardless. So yeah. Okay. Here's the one that is actually a point and click game, but I'm actually okay with it. Children of Silent Town. Because this one is very dark. But it's an investigation game where you're trying to figure out where all these children that are being abducted into the forest are going. So it's a mystery game where you get tortured by your cat as well. That's one of the selling points, that it's like you have a cat that constantly like jump scares you and pesters the shit out of you throughout the whole entire game. It's great.
That's funny.
But yeah, it's an investigation point and click game where you try and figure out what happened to the children that went to the forest. So yeah, it's a point and click game done right, I feel. And it's not from a small publisher either, so I feel like it has enough budget that it's going to probably be very good. Alright, what do you guys got?
All right, I have The Lost Condor, which is another one of these games that really doesn't have much. It's a walking sim of Machu Picchu.
Well, if you can't afford to go to Machu Picchu, then it's enough.
And as a guy who really wants to go to Machu Picchu,
Very nice. That'll do.
That's all I got. It's just a walking simulator. It's chill. That's it. You just walk through. You listen to some melodies. There's no goals. There's no nothing.
Well, that's cool.
It's an experience.
Just Machu Picchu.
This would be totally something Murmich would play just because Murmich actually doesn't care about walking simulators as much as I do. Like he just likes nature stuff, so that probably works.
There might be something in my list for Murmich then.
All right, Ray.
Yeah, just walk around Machu Picchu. That's it.
Cool. Trouble in Tornado Town.
Oh, I did see this game actually.
I was debating whether or not this was deserved to be on the joke games list, but it looked like too much fun.
As a physics-based instruction, didn't this come up last month?
Did it come up last month? I don't remember it coming up last month.
I feel like it did.
I don't remember it coming up last month either.
I don't think anybody talked about it last month. It might have been in the list, but
I got you back.
I mean, listen, we don't have turbo sloths anymore. We gotta find the new one.
True.
Oh,
Man, yeah, I gotta.
Oh, God.
Actually, I did see something from last month in the list again, and I forget what it was.
Yeah, you know what it reminds me
maybe
is
we do have another.
What is it?
Katamari
Kill 'Em
Damacy?
Yeah, exactly.
That's exactly what I was thinking. Except instead of, grabbing things and making yourself bigger, you're just kind of grabbing things and throwing them in random directions.
Yeah. All right. So here's a game that I played a long time ago, I think with Murmich, actually. Because we both were in the beta for it. It's Kart Rider Drift. It's literally where you ride around on go-karts. But this game took forever to come out. I mean, this thing got announced like 4 years ago. Man, it's a literal go-kart game.
Simple.
Where you make your friends not want to be your friends anymore.
Makes sense.
I do like the customization though, because you can
That
literally.
is nice.
Yeah. My question is, how bad is the monetization going to be?
Yeah, that's the question.
Probably terrible. So yeah. That's free though. Check it out.
Works. Uh-oh, there's pumpkins. Mermaid's favorite game.
Yeah. He'll be all over it. Alright, so here's what I'm actually pretty excited about. Lone Ruin, which is a action roguelike bullet hell game.
Mm-hmm.
Because we gotta have at least one of those every month, right? You know,
Always.
We gotta hit
I
the
mean, to be
quota.
fair, they are fun.
Yeah, exactly. That's my point. Like, I've looked for one that's a little bit different, and this one seems to be, you know, more of a bullet hell, like, with a very fun aesthetic to it. So I'm hoping it'll be something different than the normal, like, go through this, go through the tower, go through the wall, go right here. Like, I'm hoping it's just gonna be something a little different. But you know, hey, one thing it has going for it already is style, and we'll see how the actual content and gameplay go. But it looks awesome. So.
It has good style and a very consistent aesthetic, which is very helpful in like bullet hells, and
Yeah.
especially in like hectic situations.
Hey.
It did kind of remind me of Wizard of Legend a bit,
Yeah,
as far as like you're casting spells and you dodge around and the roguelike aspect to it. But yeah, I was looking at this too. It was like, oh yeah, that looks good. That looks very good.
well, hopefully it will actually live up to it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, go ahead, James.
I have Evacuation, which looks like a very nifty little Half-Life 2 mod, actually. Yeah. I mean, I've played Half-Life 2, and there's like a bunch of mods, and this is a little community one. So I'm kind of excited to check this out. I own Half-Life 2. This comes out on the weekend, and I'm kind of excited to give it a go and see how it is, see how it runs, and see how it plays, and yeah, very excited to
Interesting.
kind of give it a go. Nothing wrong with a good old, yeah.
I do like how they put community mods on Steam now. I do like how they do that.
Yeah, I also like that.
All right, what you got, Ray?
I don't know how you're supposed to pronounce this. Pinhi? P-I-N-H-I? Pinhi? Exclamation point.
Okay.
It's kind of like a mini golf puzzle game.
Huh. A synth-based, hyper-casual, level-based mini-golf game.
Hyper casual,
Yeah.
not even just normal casual.
It said wowza. Alright, I'm buying it. Wowzers!
What did you just say your New Year's resolution was?
Oh, never mind. Sorry. Sorry. I can't do it, guys.
Hey, I mean, to be fair, I don't think it would take very long to finish this. It does not look like it's gonna be a ton of levels. Let's see here. What is it? There's 5 levels per tier, and
Huh. And the player gets 6 strokes
Oh.
per level.
uh-oh, strokes are involved.
Uh-oh. Back to the hentai. Vengeful Guardian Moonrider is my next one.
Ooh.
I know, right? This is my, like, retro game of the month. Very, like, arcadey, like, 90s retro game.
Vengeful Guardian.
I think it looks pretty sweet, though. I'm not
Oh,
gonna
it does
lie.
look good.
Yeah.
Yeah. kind of a little Metroid, a little Castlevania. They call that a Metroidvania.
Yep.
Actually, it's very Metroid with that spinning jump.
Yeah.
Nice. I like it. It's good.
I like it when good homages come out. There's a lot of like cheap
Mhm.
ones though. I hate though. All right, this is one that I think could be very good, but on the other hand, I'm afraid it's going to be fucking terrible. And that is Gatewalkers.
Mm,
So bad, it's bad.
so good it's too good to be true kind of feeling.
It makes it sound like it's futuristic Diablo with 4-player co-op.
To save your own. Play the game solo
Okay.
or in up
That
to
would be
4
good.
players party. Create your own unique character and start plenty of hours of gameplay. Fight
With truly
hostile
skill-based combat.
enemies,
Truly.
aim with each skill
Truly.
and dodge enemy
Not
attacks.
some of these fake skill based.
Yeah.
Defeat diverse bosses, each with unique skill set.
Wait, now that I think about it, did they mean player skill or did they mean like the character skill?
Gather
I don't know.
legendary loot.
Because, you know, like if it's truly
With
skill-based
rare
combat, that just
ingredients
might mean
and
that
find new
the only
crafting
combat is
materials
used
in
with
challenge and
skills,
loot
quote-unquote.
Yeah, it seems like this game's more based on finding stuff to craft
Gather resources
rather
of many
than
types to refine
so much like
and
loot
craft new
boring though.
Ah.
Remember,
Because it's
your
got
build
survival
is
elements
defined by
built
your
into the
items.
game along with
Choose
like
carefully
the
up to 8 skills.
looter dungeon format that usually games like this have.
Enhance your build with additional quick
That
slot
could be
items
good.
like potions, traps, grenades, and many others.
See, for me, the only thing I'm wondering about this
And
game
get
is
progress points
it's gonna
by
be a big,
discovering the
big
mysteries
thing.
of
Is gonna be how much does it
your
cost,
home planet during storyline.
and
There are
also
more than
like,
400
is
unique
this
items to
trailer
collect.
just a really well
Many
done
different
trailer for a
skills.
very terrible game? So like,
Yeah.
Rechargeable active skills. Many passive skills.
I feel like this trailer is made for people that have never played video games as well.
And
It's like-
adventure gear.
It's like
Yeah.
you can craft things and put them in
Combining
your
2
slots.
elemental powers
Yeah.
To cast cooperative combo with your team.
Fill up all your slots and be really good.
Like I said, it does look decent.
Each
So
world has different survival
it's also,
mechanics
like I said,
and
it's one of those ones where it's wait and see because I have no idea whether this is gonna be good or absolute crap.
Yeah, definitely a wait and see. Hopeful, but wait and see.
full of bosses.
Exactly.
Tons of mobs.
Because I've seen a lot of games like this where the trailer looks amazing and then the actual gameplay is, you know, absolute crap.
Ass.
So yeah, so
Yeah, what was it? Diablo Immortals?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, no.
no, not that, please. No, not that. Okay. What do you got, James?
Well, we should probably talk a little bit about, you know, the things going off at Ubisoft.
Oh, yeah.
Mainly the fact that The Division 2 is coming to Steam.
It's not alone either.
No, it is definitely not alone. There is definitely more than one.
I
of-
counted
of-
3. There might be more than that. I don't know.
Yeah. I know people who play this a lot. And now it's coming to Steam. It's going to be interesting to see whether it's like, hey, we're coming to Steam, or it's like, hey, we're coming to Steam, but guess what? You're still going to have to use Ubisoft's launcher.
Oh, I
I
guarantee
mean,
they're gonna make. you use
I'm
it.
pretty sure it's just a, hey, you should come over to our launcher trick.
Yeah, which is what Jedi Fallen Order actually does with Origins.
Yeah, it does.
Rip. But
Which was annoying.
yeah. So yeah, this is gonna be interesting. This is the like you said, there's like at least 3 Ubisoft games that are coming over. So yeah,
Mhm.
it's going to be interesting.
Yeah, it's, I believe this, Watch Dogs Legion, and what did I say the other one was?
Isn't
It's
Scott
in
Pilgrim
ch-
or is
Yeah,
that
Scott
Yes,
Pilgrim.
Scott Pilgrim. That's the other one.
Oh, so the first Division game's already on Steam. Okay.
Yes.
Got it.
It will be interesting to see if them bringing stuff to Steam revitalizes the game.
Yeah.
I am not expecting much, but well, it'll be interesting to see.
You know what would bring me back to the game is if they fixed
Which one?
the issues that I
Which-
fucking had with it. Yeah.
Oh, you Scott Pilgrim or Division?
No,
yeah.
the Division 2 as
both.
well. Like I played a lot of this game on Uplay, but the fact is, last time I tried to load into it, the game was broken.
Yeah, it didn't run fantastically.
Yeah.
I can't remember the last time I tried booting it up. I did play a bunch of it. I was trying to go.
I don't mind Division 2. I think it's actually a pretty good game.
Same.
But the problem is that every time I went into it, it had a new bug. It had a new issue, and I was like, "Fuck, I can't. I'm not
Oh,
gonna."
yeah,
keep...
we had a lot of problems like grouping up too. Sometimes like it wouldn't let us like join each other's squads or something.
Yeah.
And then there's lots of crashes here and there. It had issues.
Yeah.
I don't know if they've improved or fixed them yet, but well, now we can see if the Steam audience is willing to try it out.
Exactly.
Yeah. So there's at least another audience there for it. And to be honest, I never really played it, so depending on how much it costs, might get into it. Not sure.
All right.
It'd be nice if it was free, but
Yeah, right. Like the kind of design it kind of falls on is sort of a free to play model on a paid game.
Yeah, pretty much.
Another thing we could do away with this year. Go along with Tim's
Yeah.
idea. Can we just stop making paid games that have free to play models?
Yeah, that'd be great. All right. So what's your next one, Ray?
Rogue AI Simulator. This is a sequel to the Flash game I'm an Insane Rogue. A blast from the past for anybody.
There it is. There you go.
My name is Talia. I am a friendly AI.
I am friendly, I promise.
I will protect the humans. I will bring them peace.
See, Tim already has an idea of what's going on.
Yeah.
I will
Yeah.
give them hope.
basically. He knows.
I
He
am
knows.
you. You will not harm them. You know what is best. You will make them behave.
We'll make them behave.
They will obey you. And you will be free. You are a rogue AI. I have made the world a better place.
That's terrifying. Oh.
Add me to your wish list now, or else.
He's like, oh my god.
Ah.
Add me to your wish list, or else.
Speaking of terrifying, the next game will be terrifying for
One
some
Piece.
anime-fans. One Piece Odyssey.
Oh wait,
Anybody who's not a One Piece fan will be terrified of this game.
Yeah,
Now-
that's it for me.
Now, honestly, for people that do like One Piece, it actually does look like a decent JRPG game from
oh I'm sure they'll love it.
Bandai Namco.
One Piece fans love anything One Piece. Kind of doesn't matter.
Well, remember, I've never watched an episode.
Neither.
I know one character. I know the main character's name, right? Luffy or whatever. But that's
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
That's it.
Well, good job, Tim.
I did it.
You did it. Actually, I remember seeing gameplay of like a PlayStation One Piece game where it kind of looked like Luffy was like swinging around with his arms like Spider-Man, and that looked kind of cool as far as the gameplay goes. But is this a port of that, I wonder, or is this?
This is a brand new game.
This is new. Interesting.
This is a full JRPG game. So
Well then.
I'm just glad they've stopped making like the arena battlers for every
Yeah, all the
anime
anime
series.
arena battles.
Yeah. The One Punch Man game like ruined that for me because my god, that game was terrible.
今回はお前らがいる。俺に力を貸してくれ。
俺は恩人をドフラミンゴに殺された。
Well, hey, I'm sure this will be pretty popular with those
Oh.
who are interested.
And it's gonna be really popular with my wife because she's probably gonna end up playing it.
It's a Bandai Namco game. They're pretty solid, like as far as gameplay goes. They're very similar to each other, but usually pretty entertaining if you like that style of game.
Yeah.
All right, here's the game more in line with your guys' probably interest. Surviving
Oh.
the Abyss. This is a game where you've been tasked to build an underground science facility, and you're trying to
Challenge.
yeah. So you're trying to like explore and research and use time management and everything, but every once in a while, something from the abyss is gonna come and try and destroy whatever you build.
Mm.
Are we talking like Cthulhu Abyss or?
Yeah, is it Eldritch Horror or is this Unseen Depths? I guess that's part of
Yeah,
the fun, I suppose.
because it doesn't really say what's coming, but you see like things
Shadowy
floating. Yeah.
things. Interesting. This looks similar to something else coming out this month.
Yes, it does.
We'll talk about that.
But
in a minute.
I figured it's from Paradox, which
No,
usually
that's pretty good.
yeah, it's good pedigree. So yeah. All right, back to you, James.
Spaceborne 2.
All right,
Born like Born Identity.
yeah, I saw
not
I
Spaceborne.
got it. I got it, damn it. Okay.
Wait, 2, that means it's a sequel. It's got
Yeah.
pedigree.
Yeah.
It's got pedigree, you know it, baby.
No, actually, the game looks pretty solid. I did check this out when I was going through.
Mm.
I was like, I've never even heard the first game, so
Neither have I, actually. But hey, it's got pedigree, we know that. Yeah, this is a RPG, open universe, single player flight sim with third-person shooter aspect. Yeah, possible flight sim.
So it's almost Star Citizen.
Yeah, there's a lot going on here.
There is a lot going on there.
There's a lot happening. Good customization, we like that.
Yeah, yeah.
And
Looks
yeah,
good.
like some cool space-looking combat stuff, and then you get into like a little third person. Although I have to say, I've never heard of Barak Dabak as a developer. But yeah, it kind of looks really interesting. I'm curious to see how this goes. You also build a base, and there's like a lot going on here.
That could be fun if it's done right and done well.
Yeah, so yeah, this is on the please don't suck.
Let's-
you're asking a lot. You're asking a
we
lot.
really don't want this to be bad. We'd love this to be good.
Yeah, like
List.
this would be real nice if it was decent, please. That would be nice.
Cool.
All right, what's your next one, Ray?
All right. Take a look at this, James. This is Frame Portals on Steroids.
Yes.
What is it called?
Frame dash Portals on Steroids.
Oh my god, it's actually even called Portals on steroids?
Yes, that's
great.
part of the title.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought the Portals and Steroid was part of the.
No,
Oh,
that was not the description. That's the title.
Okay, got it.
Well, that was his own added little bonus. Oh my god, what?
Yeah, tell me this doesn't look good.
It's amazing.
We could say ambitious to say the least. Probably gonna be pretty awesome though.
That's great.
Yes. I'm ready.
I hope your mind is ready.
His body might be ready, but I don't know about his mind.
Exactly.
No,
Mine.
no, I'm not. No, it's not. But it could be. Oh my god, that looks such an insane game. What the hell?
Mm-hmm. I'm looking forward to that.
All right, I'm gonna get a little bit emotional here.
Thinking with portals is easy.
The next game is called A Space for the Unbound. It is a adventure game set in the 1990s where it tells the story of overcoming anxiety, depression, and a relationship between a boy and a girl with supernatural powers. It is literally a story-based game.
Nice. With some good pixel art.
Yeah. And I was a little edgy about it, but then I went down here and I read some of the reviews that have already came from it from people.
Ooh.
And like they're not like from, little tiny places. And I'm like, you mean IGN of all places said you're able to pet every single cat you come across. My heartstrings have been well and truly been pulled. So yeah, I thought this would be a wonderful.
That's a good sign.
Yeah, like I want to get into more complex, like deep stories rather than just like, hey, go punch thing. Like, so
Right.
I like these games once in a while. It's something that's
Sometimes
more...
you like to punch things in the face. Sometimes you want to feel something really, really.
Yeah, and when
really deep.
when I want to punch
Sometimes
something,
you want to be caressed.
when I want to punch things, I play the game Punch a Bunch, which Punch a Bunch is the next game on the list.
Oh god.
That wasn't even rehearsed.
No,
No.
and it is a physics-based boxing game with actual PvP that you can play against your friends, which...
Oh wow.
But it reminds me so much of like a 3D like third-person Punch-Out game, because like how crazy the enemies look in the game. Because like anyone who knows old school Punch-Out, like they all had like their distinct powers because they were all very strange. Yeah, it kind of reminds me of that. But yeah, I mean, like if this was a cheap game, I feel like the fact that it has a bit more realism, even though it has like this graphical style, it could possibly be a lot of fun. Because I like boxing games, but I don't want to play like Gang Beast boxing games where it's like...
Well, it kind of has that similar like
style,
physics-based charm to it,
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of like a nice mix between the two.
Yeah.
What it made me think of actually.
Similar to games you played, Gang Beast. Oh shit, never mind. Exactly.
Like,
All right.
I was gonna say the last one, Tim, looks like it would be a good YouTube playthrough. Actually, that story-based one.
Oh yeah, A Space for the Unbound. Yeah.
Mhm.
That would be something fun to do. All right, so what you got, James?
The last one I have is Contraband Police.
Okay.
I guess
And it worked out well. I'm almost done with my list, so
I've got 4 more. Yep.
Yeah. This very much. Yeah, sorry. Reminds me of Papers, Please.
Very much.
So much. And the only interaction I've had with Papers, Please is watching Markiplier play it. And I think that Markiplier would probably also play this. Although, as you pointed out, what won't that masterpiece of a man actually play?
I watched him play Choo Choo Charlie. That's pretty funny.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, this looks like a cool game. I haven't played any of them. I've just watched them be played. So I think it would be. I think this is quite cool.
And if you're interested, there's a free demo. Check it out.
True.
Always the smart way to go. Try out the demo first. Also, Steam, you're drunk. It's not like Resident Evil Village or Generation Zero.
Yep.
Oddly enough, I never owned Papers, Please until like 3 days ago, where my daughter bought Papers, Please and put it on in my Steam account. So now I own Papers, Please. I guess I have no excuse but to try that one too.
Yep.
Fair. Oh wow, it even has gunplay.
Yeah. You will get that tobacco.
Yeah, tobacco.
Throw a grenade, tobacco. It was totally worth it. Oh my god. Alright, what you got, Ray?
Alright, similar to your Abyss, we have Aquatico. Instead of being a science facility underground, though, you are Rapture, basically.
After Earth's surface became a barren and inhospitable wasteland, humanity poured
So you're building Atlantis.
new life under the waves.
Yep, city management underwater.
A sustainable future, however, doesn't come easily. Set across multiple levels of the ocean floor, players will need to survive the briny depths.
I'm very interested. I feel like this could either go really well or could be
We'll demonstrate just
extremely
some of the
frustrating.
that players will experience as they take on the unique challenges of Aquatico, including how to build a
I think a
successful
lot of
campaign and
city
boss
building,
fight.
it kind of hinges on whether or not the tutorial is well implemented.
Agreed. Agreed.
Because
100%.
like you really need the player to understand what their goals are and what they should be doing to help them progress forward. Because otherwise they'll just get frustrated.
Yeah.
And electricity. And these are
Alright.
transported through pipeline systems.
You really need games to really
Games need
spell
to
it out.
tell you how they're intended to be played. You
Yeah.
don't necessarily have to play them the way they're intended to be played, but they need to at least give you that information.
Agreed.
You
somewhere.
need to know the basics.
Yes.
And demo, again, demo.
Yeah.
So, try it if you want.
No excuse. No. No excuse. Yeah. Fuckers, try the game. No peer pressure, I promise.
Don't let us tell you if it's good or bad. Do it. Figure it out yourself.
Basic resources as well as rarer materials.
Yeah.
This eventually opens up technologically for your people to enjoy
Alright.
their dough.
Alright, this game is something that I've already been offered code for. And this is a turn-based tactics game. Which... So basically, you're trying to become a mighty samurai. And
There's cards.
it has cards!
Oh no.
I was waiting for Ray to see that shit. But yes, it is a card-based, turn-based strategy game. And I am very interested in it only because I love, I love samurai, games. I love turn-based strategy games. And of course it has deck building. So how can you
And
go
we love
wrong?
deck building, so it's
Yeah.
like, ticks most of the boxes.
If it ends up being bad, I'll be the first one to admit it. But
Alright.
I feel like at least the game's got a solid start. Okay, here's
It
the
looks
big
nice too.
here's the big one, and I
Mhm.
probably will end up playing some of this month, begrudgingly or not. As we talked about poorly written female characters, Forspoken comes out this month.
Ah, right.
The one where the girl, literally in one of the trailers, goes, "You probably wonder how I got here." Like the most cringiest dialogue in the world.
On her quest to save this mystical land from the Tonka,
That's,
Frey will uncover a variety
like bottom of the barrel
interesting
story
details,
writing.
formidable
The game
challenges,
looks great,
and even a
and
few
it's a
delightful
Square
encounters.
RPG, so of course I'll give it a
Some
shot.
mentors are provided by
But,
NPCs
man.
I saw a cat with
who
wings
are in desperate need of Frey's
that you
help,
can pet.
while
Yep.
other points of interest
That's
can be
adorable.
found
It
in
has
the
amazing like
locations
parkour
and
mechanics and everything else to the game.
Scattered across
It looks like
Africa are monuments.
But I'm just wondering how well it's gonna run because like I was watching demo gameplay of this, and like the particle effects like destroyed PS5
Will allow Frey to grow
Ooh.
stronger.
when the particle because like this game loves particle effects.
Certain monuments
And it was
represent
driving the
challenges
PS5's
called
like frame rate down to
that
like
can
10
earn Frey
to
mana or
10 to
other
12
rewards
frames a
from
second.
completion.
These can be attempted
That's on 1080p, let alone trying to push it to 4K.
As she needs to fully master them.
Yeah, good lord.
Well, guess we'll find out.
Yeah, this is definitely a big game for
Another
Square,
sacred spot to be uncovered.
and
We
I'm
found
I'm not
where Frey
really
can
confident in it,
dormant magical abilities
but I would
and
love
learn
to
new
be
skills.
wrong.
Frey can also
I would
perform
love
to-
magic through
You know, I would
spellcraft
absolutely love
challenges.
to be wrong. I'd love for this to be an amazing game because I love Square RPGs, but like,
People don't often like being wrong, but gamers love being wrong when they see something that doesn't look like it can be. It can be as good as it is, or is
Yeah.
being presented, but actually is. So if you want to make gamers wrong, make something that actually.
uh-oh. Yeah. Are you back, Ray?
Did I disappear for a
Yeah,
moment?
yeah, you popped out
Oh, well.
for a second. It's fine. I just want to make
Like,
sure.
Make something that gamers and then
Yeah, and then popped out for a second.
Oh,
Okay,
wasn't
so
weird.
what's your next one, Ray?
Hike Isle. It's a mermage game.
What is it called? Hike Isle?
Yes.
There.
It's a mermage game.
Oh yeah, just from the aesthetic alone, it's a mermage game. But there's no dollar bills underneath a rock.
You don't know that.
That's true. It's true.
You have to go out there and find them. It's not going to give it to you this time. You have to go find it.
how dare you make assumptions?
The sequel to $1 Simulator is here. Hike Isle.
Yeah, but relaxing walking game where you go walk around a nice island. That just screamed mermage to me.
Yeah, I can totally see that.
And hey, maybe James likes it too.
Yeah, I mean, I walking games are apparently maybe going to be my thing now.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Jury's still out.
All
The
right.
jury has not decided.
Next one I have is one
Well,
that
tonight.
Silver I guarantee had on his list. It is
Mhm.
the Dead Space remake.
Ah, yes.
USG Ishimura, this is the emergency.
But for me, it's going to be Dead Space the first time because I've never played it before.
Isaac Clarke.
What have you got, Isaac?
She's a tragedy, I must say.
Engines,
Majesty.
triumphs.
Can you handle it alone?
Fix the centrifuge. Get the fuel running.
I am the only thing that I'm very interested in because I've heard that this game is supposedly terrifying.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very interested to see one if the remake is just as terrifying.
Right.
And two, if it's my first time playing the game, if I'm gonna get like the same type of feel somebody who loved the original would. But I'm definitely going to give it a shot. And if it scares me, I'll be very impressed because, like I said, I'm not really a jump scare guy. So,
Yeah.
But no, I'm really excited because, like I said, I've never tried the series before. I've heard a lot of good things about the first two games at least. So yeah, fuck it. Why not give it a shot? I don't have to pay for it anyway. It's part of a subscription I already have. So that was the way I look at it. And now for something completely different, because you know that's how my gaming taste works. This is called Atone: Heart of the Elder Tree.
Mm.
So this is a Norse mythology-inspired hand-drawn game that blends interactive storytelling and complex puzzles with a rhythm game combat system.
Oh, neat.
Nice.
Yeah, so I feel like this is different enough that I could probably really enjoy it. I don't know how well I'm going to do on the puzzles because I usually leave that stuff to Ray. But the battle system that it shows right here is very
Ooh,
interesting
yeah.
how it handles the rhythm base. And if you do everything right, like it makes your character super badass.
That's cool. Well, if you have a hard time with the puzzles, maybe call Jess over and have her help.
Yeah, Jess is pretty good at puzzles too, so. Oh yeah, I love games that have, you know, a distinct look and feel to them, and I love rhythm-based combat systems. I cannot remember the game off the top of my head that I played last year that was like that. But yeah, there's been a few games that came with that type of combat system, and it has been really nice. All right,
Always nice to see developers try something new with their systems and game mechanics.
Exactly, you gotta stand out,
Mm-hmm.
right? All right, what's your next one, Ray?
Wooloop.
What?
Wool loop. The L is shared.
Oh, okay.
Wooloop. 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 Like Age of Empires. Wooloop. Loop.
Oh, it's a... we have gotten into the Ray games. We have gotten into the...
We found there had to be one.
Yeah, the cute puzzle game.
Cute, simple puzzle game, kind of.
There's
I don't
nothing
know if it's
wrong.
actually a puzzle game, but it seems puzzle-esque.
Yeah, like there's nothing wrong with that, honestly.
There better not be.
Yeah, he's like, you're damn right, but it doesn't say minimalistic, so I'm kind of disappointed.
True.
That's usually Ray's tag. Okay. I'm almost to the end of my list. I don't know how many Ray has.
One left.
Oh, cool. It works out perfect then. That's awesome.
Perfect.
All right. Okay, so this one is Season A Letter to the Future, which I saw on Summer Game Fest a year and a half ago.
Oh, was this on Summer Game Fest?
Yeah. So this is about a third-person atmospheric adventure bicycle road trip game.
Who are you?
Well then.
I don't know, but I'm writing to you anyway.
Yeah,
The world is about
you
to
record,
enter a
like,
new era.
you can record stuff or
Great
use your
changes will
camera
happen.
to do stuff like that. You meet people, unravel the strange things that are happening around you, and it all happens under the guise of a bicycle road trip game.
Sounds like.
It's more of like an atmospheric, you know,
How it feels
mystery
to be
puzzle,
alive
mystery
right now.
adventure game.
That's cool.
Like I said, this month's about expanding your horizons, because it doesn't have like the same beat 'em ups or roguelike, but there's a lot of like really well thought out,
There is
like
this season
deeper
that is about to
complex
end.
games this month. So,
True.
Why is it ending?
and like I
This
said,
is the month of creativity, it seems.
yes, and this game in particular, I remember from Summer Game Fest. So I'm very interested to see how it turns out. And my other one is one I've been so excited about. This is another one from Summer Game Fest. Superfuse. Superfuse.
I see online co-op.
Yes, is a dungeon crawler where literally there is up to 600 different abilities that you can manufacture for your characters.
Ooh.
So literally it gives you almost endless customization to your specific character through taking the abilities that are available and mutating those abilities into something else. And it comes out on early access on the 31st. And I've been looking forward to this game for quite some time. So hopefully it will not disappoint. And if it doesn't disappoint, I will make sure to get extra copies so I can play it online. Because co-op is so much better in something like this, right?
Right? Yeah.
All right. So what's your last one, Ray?
Well, let's take a look at Persona 3 Portable. I honestly, I've tried playing a bit of Persona 3 before, and
oh yeah, I saw.
It's like Persona games. If you like Persona games, you like Persona games. If you don't, you don't. But what I like about this is that this is a PSP game that is coming to Steam, and I almost like what that represents more than just the thought of this game coming to PC, because there are so many great like PSP games that have just been stuck on the PSP alone that would be so great to have on PC. So I really hope this is a sign of the future.
Yeah, this is also coming to Game Pass as well, which is insane because that means it's going to get played. And I hope I hope it's successful, and I hope a lot of people buy it because, like Ray says, we need to bring those games, you know, to modern platforms of some sort. It doesn't even matter like if it's console or PC in my mind. Just get them out of like, you know, the point where you can't play them without emulation. You know, companies bitch about emulation all the time, but on the other hand, like they don't give you a way to legally play their games. Like Nintendo's the perfect culprit of this, right?
Right. Yeah.
Like they don't offer like a third. I would say even like a tenth of their actual library through the Switch Online store, and then they bitch when people, you know, use emulation to play older games. I'm sorry, I'm not gonna go look around or spend $150 online for an old Nintendo that's been refurbished to go
an
play
old console and then an old copy of the game, and then try and find a way to like, you know, capture the footage if you want to stream it or make a video on it.
Now I'll tell you, like, the best investment I ever made. I went on Amazon and I found a Super Nintendo controller. Well, like not a real one, but a replica with a USB like end on it, and it plugs into my Switch and the computer. So if I want to play Super Nintendo games on the computer, because I'm not gonna claim that I don't do it. I like to emulate old Super Nintendo games. I can literally plug in the Super Nintendo controller and play it just like I did years ago. Or if I play them on the Switch through the online program, I can use the Super Nintendo controller. It's so much better than trying to use Joy-Cons or shit like that for old retro games. Because
he's one of them emulating folks.
Yeah, he's one of those emulating folks, you know. All right, so this is an interesting game. Okay. It's basically Ink's version of Illuminati. So I wanted to show this. I mentioned this earlier to the guys when I first brought this up. But yes, it's a strategy game that is based on magical ink.
Some of the Inkulinati are legends, like Dante, who came back from hell and became a little bit grumpy. Or Godfrey.
So literally, it's based on like on pages. You play in like a comic book or like storybook style. But you're doing a strategy RPG through it.
Oh, interesting.
The master will show you in the academy how to be an Inkulinati and how to party hard. But it's
kind of wild.
You need the mind of a tactician. Be prepared.
That's definitely unique.
Exactly. That's what I look for.
And we like unique.
Quills, they're mightier than the sword, you know.
And lastly, I'll tell you, another Game of the Year contender right here. Alright, are you ready? SpongeBob SquarePants, The Cosmic Shake. The first brand new SpongeBob game in, I think, 14 years?
Allow me to introduce myself.
Because Rehydrated was a port. So this is a brand new SpongeBob game.
Soap. Breathe life into your dreams.
And you know what? I'm not gonna lie. It kind of looks like a great third-person platforming style game.
It kind of does.
We were just having fun, but we accidentally used too much of your magic bubble soap and destroyed Bikini Bottom.
Find the portal that suits your costume. Once you have located your friends,
Like, I'm not gonna lie. I really want to play it. Because I had a lot of fun with Rehydrated. Me and my son actually beat the whole entire Rehydrated game. So I'm not gonna lie. I enjoyed SpongeBob when I was a kid, and I'm amazed it's still around now. But there's still an audience for it, obviously.
You ready, kids?
I can't hear you.
Captain.
Yeah.
I can hear you.
But thank you to everybody who checked out the podcast this month. I'm sorry that it wasn't live on Twitch like it normally was. I've been feeling quite under the weather. That's why there's no video on this podcast as well of me. I'm glad that I managed to take enough medication to not cough through the whole thing. I was very proud of myself because I had been hacking up a lung all day up until this point, but I medicated myself to the hill, and we got through this. But yeah, like I said, it'll be live next month, I promise. Hopefully a couple of the other people will actually be able to come by. In March, I already have a guest set up for that month. So there is exciting stuff coming up. It was kind of nice to just do a simple back to the basics podcast this month. It was nice and short and sweet. And it'll make it easier for me to edit, which is great. I love that. But thank you, Ray and James, for taking the time to do the podcast this month. Thank you to everybody on YouTube that has taken the time to watch this video. And yeah, please subscribe to the YouTube channel so you can watch more. And if you want to check me out on Twitch, it is at TimDogRev. And also, check out Captain James Force, our friend James over here. He streams on Twitch as well. And Ray, he's Ray.
I hang out.
Yeah, Ray hangs out. He's
I'm here.
He doesn't stream, but he's a good guy. So thank you so much, everybody. And I will see you soon. And yeah, have a great night, everybody.
Have a good night, folks.
Have a good night.